Hi everyone, hola a todos, welcome back with Mariana. In this video we will take a look on how to conjugate verbs that end with ar. Before we begin, remember to subscribe to get more useful information that will help you with your Spanish. Empecemos. Present tense regular verbs con Mariana, lesson 1. There are 3 types of verbs in Spanish. The verbs that end in ar, like cantar. The verb that ends with like comer. And the verb that ends with ir, like vivir, to live. To conjugate the verb, first you need to know the infinitive form of the verb. And how do you find the infinitive? Well, it's very simple. You just have to take the AR of the verb, and that will lead you to the stem of the verb. So in this example, cantar, the stem will be cant. You take the AR. And here I will show you the rules on how to conjugate the verb based on your subject. For example, if you're talking about yourself, that would be yo canto. It ends with an O. Just like yo ends with an O, the verb also ends with an O. The next one is tú, you, informal. Tú cantas, you sing. And the ending is AS. For él, ella, usted, that's he, she, and you formal, the ending is an A. Él, ella, usted canta. Nosotros, nosotras, that's we and we feminine, cantamos. The ending is amos. Nosotros cantamos. Nosotras cantamos. Ustedes, that's you, plural, cantan. Ustedes cantan. The ending AN. And for ellos, ellas, they and they feminine, cantan. The AN is the ending for ellos and ellas. So if you take a look at the endings, all of them start with A. Tú cantas, él canta, nosotros cantamos y ustedes cantan. Okay, so that can help you remember that all of the endings, except for yo, start with an A. Another example is mirar. That's the infinitive form. And how do you find the stem of the verb? Well, you just take the AR. Mir. Yo miro. I look. Or I see. Tú, you miras. You see. Él, ella, usted mira. Nosotros, nosotras, we miramos. Nosotros miramos. Ustedes, you plural, miran. Ellos, ellas miran. Es tu turno. Before we begin, I want you to make sure you know the rules of how to conjugate. That way you can practice and just get an idea of how much you have retained with this lesson so far. For yo and celebrar, that is I celebrate. Celebrar is to celebrate. How would you conjugate for yo. You need to take the AR, and that will give you the stem of the verb. So the answer will be celebro. Remember that the verb ends with an O, just like yo ends with an O. Yo celebro. I celebrate. Yo celebro mi cumpleaños. I celebrate my birthday. The next example is with tú, you, informal. Tú cocinar, to cook. Cocinar is the verb for to cook. Now, how would you conjugate for tú? You take AR, and now you just have to remember the rules for tú. Tú cocinas. The ending for you informal is AS. Tú cocinas. Tú cocinas para mí. You cook for me. Now we're going to take a look at ella and visitar. She visits. Visitar, to visit. Now you know what are the steps to conjugate the verb. And the answer for ella and visitar is ella visita. Ends with an A. Ella visita. She visits. Ella visita. Ella visita China. She visits China. Ella visita China. The next example is with nosotros, we. Nosotros and caminar. Caminar, to walk. Now, to conjugate the verb for nosotros, that would be caminamos. Nosotros caminamos. Nosotros caminamos hacia el parque. We walk to the park. Nosotros caminamos hacia el parque. Ustedes bailar. You plural, bailar, to dance. Ustedes bailar. How to conjugate for ustedes? That is bailan. A-N. Ustedes bailan. Ustedes bailan todo el día. You, plural, dance all day. Ustedes bailan todo el día. And the last example we're going to take a look at is with ellas, cantan. Ellas, they, feminine, cantan, to sing. How do we conjugate for ellas? Cantan. The verb stays the same. Ellas cantan. They sing. Ellas cantan en la escuela. They sing at school. Ellas is they for feminine. Ellas cantan en la escuela. Now you know how to conjugate verbs that end with ar. If you thought this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. This Friday, I will be posting a video on some tips that have helped me personally when it comes to learning a new language. I'll see you next time. Ciao!